throwing down on his box. Jack boldly declared, let me have your house. And house music was born. I am the city, I am the dream, and this is my house. And in my house there is only house music. But I am not so selfish, because once you enter my house, it then becomes our house, and our house music. And you see, no one man owns house, because house music is a universal language spoken and understood by all. You see, house is a feeling that no one can understand unless you're deep into the bottom. House is an uncontrollable desire to jack your life. And as I told you before, this is our house and our house music. Our house and our house music. And every house you understand there is a keeper. And in this house, the keeper is Jack. Now some of you might wonder, who is Jack and what is it that Jack does? Jack is the one that gives you the power to jack your life. Jack is the one that gives you the power to do the snake. Jack is the one who gives you the key to the wicked word. Jack is the one who learns you how to walk your body. Jack is the one who can bring nations and nations of all Jacks together under one house. You may be black, you may be white, you may be Jew or Gentile. It don't make a difference in our house. And this is fresh. And this is fresh. And this is fresh.
Another time to smack it back and forth with no remorse. You want to know the source, the why, the what, the where, the when, the who, the how. Well, I'm show you now. Mama preachers back
up. Fuck the government. Hashtag SCOUSE megaphone, man. Back tonight. Don't mess my videos, Facebook government. I do this every night. Forced adoption. Oh, let's get busy. Come on, Facebook. Facebook. Government. Why are you messing about my live feeds? Half of my video has got sound and the other half's disappeared. Hence why I'm back tonight. I am hashtag SCOUSE megaphone, man. I'm not to be silenced. Oh, mate. No, government, you've got to do better than that. Now, if the police, no one can come and speak to me about my videos, why have you took to messing about with my live feeds? And this just goes to show all you people what goes on. You can go on as many YouTube clips as you can. You won't get the messing about I get. Facebook videos. You don't get the messing about I get. No, I get what you don't get. You get the old bill knocking at your door. I get government messing around with my videos. Stop me getting out there for you. So that's why I've come on again tonight. Hashtag SCOUSE megaphone, man. Follow me on Twitter @OneMisty. I'll send all my videos to government. And I'm going to send this one on to government as well. This one is going to be purely based around social workers, mate, and forced adoption. That's what this is all about. Forced adoption. The conduct of social workers going through the court process and how they speak to families. You know what I mean? Leaves a horrible taste in my mouth. And I'm not going to go away. And the council know that, Thorough Council, and the government. They still choose to ignore me and my videos. Mr. Liddington, the Justice Secretary, he still chooses to ignore my videos. I've been reported left, right and centre to the police about my videos, to people that don't like me. It's not a concern. Stop wasting your time. Last night I done a video live, and I was supposed to bring up the David Cameron letters I got from David Cameron when he was a Prime Minister. And this is what I'm talking about. Here, look, please do not bend. Right here, look. Please do not bend. We're going to talk about these private letters. These are from David Cameron, signed by David Cameron. Happy birthday and all the rest of it. Used me in the election, they did. And what did he do? Didn't do anything in the Mr. Bones case. He jumped ship, mate, ran. That's what David Cameron done. I want to give a big shout out to my sister and Jay. Big shout out to you two. Love you loads. Colin Racy, Kaylee Marie Morgan. Fantastic news. I've been watching Chris Griffin's live feed today, and great news on your loved one coming round, Mike. Yeah, I've said Kaylee Marie Morgan. This is here again tonight. If you've got any part of social services you want me to touch on and slag off, get on the message, get on the little comments, leave a comment, and I'll write on it for you, because I'm sending this to government. Taking the piss, mate. Taking off my live feeds. What's that all about? Why am I a threat? We'll sort my issue out. Forced adoption, social care. Let's sort my issue out. If you know, instead of messing about with live feeds, you know, this is child school stuff, that is. Big shout going out, Chris Griffin. We're going to do a live, me and you, Chris. I'd love to do a live with you. So we'll have to do this, Chris Griffin. Big shout going out to you, darling. Dawn Johnson, big shout going out to you. And Silent Justice, I'll take my hat off to Silent Justice. They don't get enough money, and I'm going to say to you, government, how are you giving Silent Justice tens of thousands of pounds to police your internet? Your internet. They probably cleared up half of your sex crimes. Silent Justice, I'll take my hat off to them. And if Silent Justice is watching tonight, I'd like to come onto one of your stings as a children's rights campaigner and see what fantastic work you do. Because I'm telling you now, if I was a millionaire, I would be giving you funding left, right and centre. I'd be setting up rolling funds for you guys, because you do a fantastic job. Everybody should embrace you and give to you. Because I do believe you are the children's bounty hunter, Silent Justice. And my missus was typing to Dion, this folks. Yeah. Dion, she said she was going to get back to me after she had a word with Shane. I hope they do get back there, because it'd be great to go all things and have a live feed alongside them, you know, because children's voices need to be heard, and these paedophiles need to know the damage they do on children today. I'm sure Shane does a fantastic job doing that, telling them the ins and outs of the damage they do when he catches them. He doesn't get enough praise. He doesn't get enough praise, and I'm going to shout from the rooftops for this geezer. Katrina Collier, I want to say a big thank you to you sending me some of these Facebook live feeds. It was of a girl in Warrington, Alison Mary. She's in court on the 1st of November for putting a picture on her social worker's profile. She got arrested for that and charged with harassment. Now, Alison Mary, if you watch this, don't get too alarmed by it and distressed by it, but you'll probably get a fine and some sort of restraining order for you to go on social media. But just dry your mouth and get on with it. If you need me as a shoulder to cry on and a bit of help, Alison Mary, inbox me and we'll see what we can do, because I was brought up around your area, around Megashaw. So I know a bit about this social services because they're involved in the Misty Bones case, roundabout way. Government, I'll say to you, why aren't you alarmed on my Facebook lives and any other person that's doing a Facebook live regarding their children? Why are not government taking this serious? Why are they not taking it serious? Why are they choosing to take the petty route and mess about with my live feeds? Hence why I'm here tonight, to give you people a voice. I am your voice. Just remember that, all you people that are logged on. If you want me to touch on any part of social services, leave a comment. I'll touch on it. The missus is here tonight. She'll write them down for me. And I'll say it again, social workers, when kids are in care, social workers, they're saying to the children, oh, your parents couldn't turn up for contact. And then what the social workers are doing, they're saying to the parents, oh, contact's not on this week, the kids are not well, or some other excuse. For what? For what? Why are you lying to the parents? Oh, mum didn't turn up this week. Hey, you are telling mum another story why contact's not on. All this kind of things going on with social workers in councils up and down this country, falsifying contact report notes, things that have meant to have been said and meant to have been done when it hasn't happened, but it's in the contact report notes, this sort of thing's going on in forced adoption, I don't know whether they're all on the payroll of it or all on the bonus of it, but it is purely for money. It is purely for money. Social services are there purely to make money and create jobs. Because in London, you've got adoption agencies, great big massive buildings, massive deal. To furnish this place costs money, to rent this place costs money, and to employ people in this place to cost money. There's an adoption agency or a fostering agency or such other. It's purely for money. Assessments, £9,000 up to or above. For an assessment, psychological assessment, who gets that money? Toffee nose. That toffee nose will only meet you for an hour. And she will do a full-length report on you. But what that toffee nose do is take the social worker's statement of fact and copy it. So all you people that have got a psychological assessment done and a psychiatric assessment done, I want you to marry it up with the final statement of fact of the social workers. Please do this, because it's a regular pattern I'm seeing. And the government, you need to take note of this. You're taking the piss. This is people's kids you're adopting. Unbelievable. And I'm #SCOUSE megaphone man. The government can't silence me. They can't arrest me because I don't do anything. I don't break the law. I don't break the law. I keep them on high ground for you. Because this is the disease in our community. And also I see in Thurrock Social Services, and most of their action they're taking through legal planning meetings and going to court through a 26-week court process to adopt children. It's all white families, white British families. I say it how it is. And the government hate it. Now, nobody contacts me of other than British families for help. Why is that? I do ask. All the people on Facebook, loads of them. I'm asking. Protests. Abdul. Come on. Forced adoption. It's a worldwide epidemic. It's going on in the States. It's going on in Australia. It's going on here. It's going on all over the world. It creates jobs. It turns the economy wheel. Makes money. And who benefits? Because the children don't benefit. All these extravagant wages women in councils, they don't give a shit about the children. They don't. Jackie Khan, knowledge is power. And knowledge is power. Thanks for joining us again, Jackie, mate. And knowledge is power. The only reason I shout for the police is because children need a protector. And the reason why I do this stuff is because I've been a failed looked after child. I know the social care inside out, upside down, back to front. I've been abused by it, slept by it, dreamt by it, everything. And the government, they still won't lie down to the fact that I smacked the arse of their local council. And I'm going to wipe the floor with the government in court because they still choose to ignore it. All dealing with the froth of Brexit. That's what they're doing. Forgetting their day jobs. The real reason we put them there. We allow them to do that shit. I'm just saying. I'll say how it is. They're quick enough to draw their wages. Don't give a shit about you. don't give a shit about you in the 6 weeks holidays. Have you seen an MP in your area in the 6 weeks holidays with the community trying to bond it? Have you seen any councillors in your area in the 6 weeks holiday trying to bond the community? You don't do it. You don't do it. And they're quick enough to draw their wages. They're quick enough to put in their expenses. I haven't got 2 houses. I'm not claiming for a second fridge. Hold on a minute. What are we paying tax for? What are we paying tax for? There's holes in the roads. You put on the council tax up for failing social care. It's on the council tax demand notices. Part of social care is part of now council tax. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So what you do, what you people are doing is paying for the failing service. So I suggest all of you people that have got that on your council tax demand notice and say, I'm not paying that social care on my council tax because it's a failing service. I am part of #SCOUSE MEGAPHONE, man. It's work engine, and I'm not paying it. It's a failing service, and it's not being addressed by the MPs, so I'm not paying it. I'll do it. Thanks, Jackie Card. Chris Griffin, damn right, we will do a live together as social services left me in a coma for the month. This Chris Griffin, you know, Hertfordshire Social Services. I've heard of this council time and time again. What's the government doing about it? Croydon, Labour run. All over the place, children's services failing. Rotherham, Ofsted rating, systematic widespread failure. 27 professionals refused to answer questions. This is the J report at Rotherham. The inquiry. Piss take. Angers me. I'm a children's rights campaigner. I'm frustrated at the same passionate for the government to fucking listen. Jackie Khan. They lie to parents so it can be used against them. And they do that, Jackie. They do that. They lied to me. Countless times, social workers. They stood on oath in court, picked up the Bible, took oath, and still said there was a threat to national security. Still said there was a violent armed robber. The judge went away and checked. Mr. Barnes has never been to Belmarsh prison. He's never served 8 years for violent robbery. This social worker's on the stand on oath. Fuck's sake, government. That's perjury at the highest level. Louise Benz, don't forget to mention about a social worker telling a foster carer to smack a 2-year-old child. Smack a 2-year-old child? Why is anybody smacking a 2-year-old child, let alone a foster parent? You know? Don't forget to mention about a social worker telling a foster carer to smack a 2-year-old child. And Louise Benz, if this is going on, I'll make a complaint to that council. If you've got proof of this, you know? And it's about time some people that are going to these contact centres and anywhere else, they should be taking spy pens with them. You don't get me that spy pen, please, man. People should be taking some sort of spyware with them, just to record the shit what's going on. Because once upon a time, there was a social worker from Cumbria that wanted to come on my show to expose social services in that council failing systematically. She was scared to come on the show. I convinced her and said, I've got a mask, I can put makeup on you, wig on you. She didn't want to, she didn't want to be recognised. 70% adequate social care. Why are you still taking children? Government, I ask you, you're taking a piss. This is what I used when I was up against the council. It's a spy pen. And I'm going to share it with you people, because these fuckers need to be taught a lesson. No foster parents or social workers should be telling anyone to smack any child. This is the pen. It's a normal pen, and it's got a USB on the end. Right, that's the bottom of the pen. You screw it on. You push the button on the top, and the camera's in the top of the pen here. On the top of the silver. Right? I sat in meetings countless times with chief executives, leaders of the council, head of children's services, directors of children's services, and I recorded every single meeting and occasion I had with social workers with this pen. And I sat there at the desk, drawing circles. That's all I did with it. I just drew circles on a paper. Stress relief. I was recording the whole thing throughout the whole process. So I urge any of you people, go and get yourself a pen, please. It's a lot better than reading pneumatic notes, taking notes at the time. It's a lot better. It's easier. And this is what measures we have to take. 2-year-old child instructed to smack a 2-year-old child, Louise Benton. It just goes to show us one law for them and one law for us. Same with foster parents, you know. A terrorist there, you know. Foster parents, 18 years old, kicking in his door. This child was in foster care. Was this child 18? This foster parents, why are they not too old? 1 minute I'm campaigning in Southend High Street because parents and grandparents are being told to them by social workers, you're too old to have a viability assessment, you're too old for to be a grandparent or take the children. But you'll have foster parents just the same age, yeah, if not older. Let's get back to this, yeah, let's get back to this. Thanks for everyone who's logged on tonight. Please share this. This is a rerun from Sunday Night Live because half of my video last night was the sound was taken off. The government think I'm stupid. So that's why I'm here again tonight. And every time we fuck about in my live feed, because I'm thrust passion for change, I'm going to be on the next night. And the next night, night after night, night after night, week after week, month in, month out. I am resilient. I'm a failed, looked after child. This is my therapy. Thanks a lot for that, Louise Bent, and please put a complaint at your local council if you can prove it and go through the complaints process and go to the HCPC, the Healthcare Professionals Council, and report this wrongly. Keep your questions coming in, please. Keep your questions coming in because I'm your voice. I'm your voice. I will say how you want me to say it. Kaz, that's what I was told when I was in care. Your mum don't want you. They lied to me. Once you're in care, you don't see a social worker because they don't give a damn. And they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn, them social workers. They take your child on future risk of harm, and do you want me to tell what they do? If they're not going to adopt the child, then they're going to put the child in long-term foster care. What they do with the children is stick them in places like there's a kids' home in East Tilbury in Thurrock. It's in the tabloids there. It's bedlam down there. Drinking, drugs, antisocial behaviour, loads of complaints from the local residents. The police have called down there on a regular basis to sort out all the frackhards that are going on down there. And the social workers, you're right, they don't give a damn. And I'll say this, 40% of children coming out of the care system fail. I'll say to you, government, what are you going to fucking do about failing all the children that are coming out of the care system? You're removing children on future risk of harm, and then you're kicking them out of the care system. 40% failed. You take the fucking piss, government. If you're easily offended, stay away. If you're not, address the issue, because we are thrust passion about children, forced adoption, and children not seeing their fathers and their mothers. It's not a game. It's not a money wheel. It's not organised paedophilia, organised entertainment within the establishment. I'll do this every night for you people, shit. You know? £700,000 a year for going on the BBC as a presenter. And they want fucking licence money out of me. Whistle, and he's yours, because I'm not paying it. Fucking not paying it religiously. Marie Keegan Thomas, My heart's with you in your hard times, and I mean that. Hat off to you, and I love you loads. Foster carer loaned or leaned.
No.
Loaned my daughter the horse because she was meant to come home in June. And I mean, that's mental and emotional abuse to that woman's baby, that woman's girl. Oh, what we're going to do with foster parents, what we're going to do is we're going to give this little girl a horse. Oh, yeah, stay with us. And this is the damage you're doing, government and social services, because when it comes to reunification, when children have got to go home, they don't want to go home to the parents because the parents compete. So the child wants to go back. I'm speaking for the child. And the bond's being broken. So most of these parents, they've had lies told about them. They've been dragged through the bush backwards, spun around like a wheel, a mouse on a wheel. You got to go here, got to go there. Oh, you're late, you've missed it. All that carry on these parents go through. And Kaylee Marie Morgan, I'm going to give you a voice, girl, and I'm going to fucking say how it is. The social services over there, they should be ashamed of themselves. And make sure they see this shit. Get this shit out there because, you know, a foster carer giving a daughter a horse. Don't go home. Well, because you want the money. You want the money. A single parent don't get that money. So why does a foster carer? I thought you're doing it for the love of the child. Greedy fuck up. I'm not going to knock all foster parents. I'm not going to knock all of them because children need to be protected. I get involved in so many cases, it's unbelievable. And the amount of damage I hear about children being damaged is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And like I'll say again, you can go to court in the family courts, you can lose your kid to adoption, and your kid could have head injuries, your kid could have fractured bones. I don't know it happened. Oh, I don't know how it happened. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. Sexually abused. Oh, I don't know how it happened. No charges. But it's good enough to adopt a child. Do you know what I mean? And when you come out of your court service, you will get a new identity. You will not get a new identity for losing your child to forced adoption. But if you kill your child, you maim your child, and you go to prison, you come out and you get a new identity. How the fuck does that work, government? How does that work? McCann's. How does that work, government? Fucking tell me. My child was stolen on future risk of harm. Just like the McCann's child. Stolen, left a future risk of harm. Embarrassed? Embarrassed, government, are you? £80,000 of tax fucking payers' money. Why aren't I seeing them on the news getting arrested? Why aren't I seeing social workers down the McCann's house? You've got other children. The worst happened to your last. And that's why I come up with a GPS idea for children, to raise money for children's mental health. Because the government don't give a fuck about children, and they don't give a fuck about kids leaving school. And who gets the shitty end of the stick? The police. The children's protector. That's why I shout for the police. You'll never see a policeman going in and removing kids without an order. You won't see it. Unbelievable. And the government are nicking the budget. Oh yeah, there's 1% rise, you have to find the other 1% from your reserves. You know what I mean? Them reserves are reserved for a reason. Serious crime, terrorism, murders, violent armed robberies. You are protecting. The government, fucking wake up. You're protectors. You're taking their money. And I'll shout for the police. Because children need a protector. They do. Paedophilia in this country is rife. Rife. Angers me. And that's why I shout for any paedophiles or child sex killers to go off to the NHS labs to cure children's diseases. Because we've got loads of drugs at Great Ormond Street untested in humans. Let's fucking do this shit. I'm thrust passion for change. Sorry for swearing. If you're easily a fucking offended, stay away. Because if Chubby Brown can fucking do it, so can fucking I like. And if we don't laugh and joke about it, we'll cry. We'll cry. I'm good at accent because I was once a naughty boy. It's just the way it is. grassroots level. That's what the government needs to listen. Grassroots level. You take money on the street, you don't pay it, you get your head punched in. Simple as that. Why haven't we reached the deficit? What's the government then? Not reaching the deficit, talking bollocks on the manifest. Like Alan Sugar says, you give all this shit on the manifest and you go against that, you should be arrested for that. And for us passion for change, and Alan Sugar's right, it should be a criminal offence, because half of these knobheads that are at the top, they don't give a shit about you or your children, they only give a shit about the money in your pocket. And if they can't get their hands on the money in your pocket, they will allow extortionate rates of interest, payday lender loans, cash generators in your high street to keep you all suppressed. Unbelievable what's going on in this country. And who suffers? The children. Let me tell you the root causes of child poverty, government. No way. Piss take. Absolute piss take, mate. We need to share this shit. We need to share it, because I'm your voice. I'm doing this for you, not for me. I don't fucking need to do it. I could go down the prairie and pay £5,000-10,000, get a bit of hypnotherapy. I could do that. I know it works. But I'm thinking about that 5-year-old child called Jack, who's looking up. So proud that I'm shouting for him. And that's why I'll do it, for change. I'll come back to social care. I'll believe, and I do believe it in my heart. He's a successful police force, a relaxed street, a fantastic NHS, empty the jails with all the paedophiles, cure children's diseases, zero tolerance on crime, burglary, mugging old ladies and other such offences. Unbelievable, the government. You know what I mean? And the prison officers, they're all human. They're all human. But at the same time, Mr. Iddington hasn't got the Justice Secretary hasn't got a grip of the prisons. And I'll take my hat off to every one of you people that follow me tonight on the prison, behind the door, on the landing. Just got to say it. Just got to say it. And I've got to say to all any of you paedophiles that watch me, because I know there's people out there all over the place that watch me. And I'll tell you, paedophiles, if Silent Justice get their hands on you, get the whereabouts of what you do, they'll be on you and they'll be exposing you. You know, I'm going to go out my way to get Silent Justice and as much funding as I can. They don't get enough. You know, giving £10,000 to a paedophile to go and catch other paedophiles in Newcastle. Why are we giving Silent Justice 10,000? Makes more sense. You know, unbelievable. And I'll say professional avoidance right across the board when it comes to any serious case reviews, any inquiries. It's never taken serious. And this Grenfell Tower, corporate manslaughter is a fine. It's a fine. It's not accountability. It's not accountability. And I'll say this. Governments are turning a blind eye to perjury of foreign counsel stealing my child. They're turning a blind eye to it. They are. And there's a famous old saying, the bark's worse than the bite. So they should just deal with me. But they don't know how to deal with me. They don't know how to approach me. I'm due to go into talks. You know, I've got professionals in my ear, good professional legal people in my ear, whistling away. Local government will speak to you. By the time that drafts down to the legal team of the council and gets back to my legal team, you know what I mean? That's how high up I know people beyond council. What do I do? What do I do? You know, because I want to see these social workers in court in the Mr. Brown's case. Criminal court. In order for me to get criminal charges on the social workers, you know who you are, Siobhan Connew. Siobhan Connew is involved in this, and I'm going to name her because she's a criminal, and I can prove it. Perjuring herself to adopt my baby. The government don't want to address the issue, so I'll name her again, Siobhan Connew. She took on the stand in Chelmsford Court, took oath, told a pack of lies. Where's the accountability? Because I'm the transparency. I'm the transparency. What about the accountability? Fuck the accountability. But I tell you what, David Cameron, I know if you're watching, you should be ashamed of yourself, mate. You left your child at future risk of harm. You left it in a pub, mate. David Cameron left his child in the pub. I didn't even get a chance to do so much of that. Now, I'm going to share these emails. This is what David Cameron done to me and Jackie Doyle Price. And Jackie Doyle Price, this one here. MP Jackie Doyle Price, she's made, you can stand in the election, Mr. Barnes, here you go. David Cameron, do a load of leaflets for him and all the rest of it in the 2015 election. All the promises in the world I got from the MP's husband, Mark Cockshall. And then as soon as the election had finished, this is what I got. Signed by David Cameron. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can. Can't comment.
Now, I'm going to let my Mrs. Cheryl read this tonight, please, babes, because I'm blinded with lights and I can't see it because white paper. So, the floor's yours. Show us how you dance.
No pressure again. Just set the other comments.
Comments are frozen, but please keep them coming in, and I'll touch on any part of social services you want me to touch on. But right now, I'm going to share with you the letter from the 2015 David Cameron election that I stood in.
Wednesday, the 13th of May 2015. Dear Jack, I wanted to write to you following your defeat in the recent set of local elections to thank you for your hard work and support and to pass on my heartfelt commiserations. I know how very difficult this must be for you. Politics can be a bruising business sometimes, but your hard work on the campaign trail was certainly not in vain. You played an important role in securing a fantastic parliamentary election result in Thurrock, and I have no doubt that Jackie Doyle Price would wish to join me in sending you our utmost appreciation. More widely, I understand it is your birthday in May, and I would like to take this opportunity to send you and your family my very best wishes for a wonderful day. Thank you once again for all your hard work in Thurrock. This comes with my appreciation and kindest regards. With good wishes to you all from David.
David Cameron turned his back on the Misty Barnes case, knew all about it, and that's the bullshit I got from the Conservatives. And during that election, I was on a battle bus with Theresa May. When you look at all my pictures, you'll see with the Prime Minister. Now, she was the Home Office. Then. Unbelievable. Ignored it. And then you had Chris Grayling, Grant Shapps was on the battle bus. Unbelievable the amount of people that knew. James Brokenshire, another one. Elizabeth Truss in the pub with her arms round me. Fish and chips. Couldn't flirt anymore. Unbelievable. It's really bad what you've gone through, Jack. This is the Justice Secretary. Was now a Secretary to the Treasury, Elizabeth Truss. Ignored the fact. Took oaths to the thrones and the heirs of the country. Took the Justice Secretary's job on and did nothing. None of them did nothing. And Theresa May sits there, button noses their face up like a seal, but does nothing. Unbelievable. And all you MPs, I know you all know about me, hashtag Scouse Megaphone Man, and I bet quite a lot of you were trying to speak to me. But you can't. And why? What is your judicial system worth? I can prove your local government perjured themselves countless times to adopt my baby. You fucking choose to ignore it. What is your judicial system worth on forced adoption? Because I'm going to legally commit treason on forced adoption. Bring down your government on forced adoption. We need to share this shit because I'm your voice. This goes on in the UK. Your kids are being sent to all around the world. Kids from around the world are being sent here. It's an economy wheel, man. Come on. These children. We need to unite. Unite. I've been doing this 5 years in 2 months' time. 5 years. I don't get it. I'm not out there more than I am. The government, the best they can do to me, the best they can do is take my sound off my videos. They can't even send the police to see me because I'm telling the truth. I want to give a big shout to everybody that's joined me on YouTube. All you people that join me on YouTube, if you've got kids, look into me. It's organised child trafficking at the highest level, at local government, foreign council. The same social worker that was nicking a kid on future risk of harm left me son to be suffer all forms of abuse at the hands of his mother. All the authorities making referrals about this mum to this social worker. She didn't act. Yes, she wants to nick the other kid on future risk of harm. Where's the balance, government? Please, I ask. Because I'm going to do this every fucking night because I'm thrust passion. I'm resilient. I'm in therapy. And that's why I'm doing this, to combat social care. And I need you to back me now. You people. Because I'm your voice. You know? I'm your voice. I don't want to get therapy from the Priory. I don't want to do it, but I can do it. Hypnotherapy. That's not a successful therapy. I'm thinking about Jack, the 5-year-old child in care now. Screaming to be heard. Children in the care system screaming to heard. The self-harmers in the care system and leaving the care system screaming to be heard. Never listened to. They don't know why a child's self-harming. He's been abused and one listens to him. He's self-harming. Oh, don't know he's self-harming, just stick him in there. And then when he ends up in a young offenders institution, you've got the prison officers beating him up. And I'll say to any prison officer out there, in a young offenders institution, I thinks himself as a bit of a tough guy, I don't care if he's a heavyweight or what. Step in the cage with me. If you hit children that are self-harming in a young offenders institution, if you think you're a big man, step in the cage with me and let's make money for charity. I'll take you on, because I'll see you as a social worker and I'll snap you up a chicken on a fucking Sunday. I'm thrust passion for change and I'm in therapy. Sometimes I need to feel like a man. I need to be beaten to feel like a man, because that's how I've grown up. Oh, I'm okay now, I've been beaten up. It's crazy shit. Why should I feel like that? I turn a corner in my life. Now all I want to do is get on social media and be your voice to make change. Put a stop to all this shit. You know? Put it out there that what you're saying, it goes on. It goes on. Foster parents, you know, there's a horse. You know, you stay with us. You're not going home. Bribing a child, mentally, emotionally abusing her. Putting disattachments to the family, taking away that bond. It's inhumane. And then the child goes over, gets up later, and thinks, oh, Mum, why have they done that? Because I've done it. I've done it. And it doesn't matter when your child goes into foster care, it ain't looked after. It ain't looked after. Because I see quite a few children's homes where the kids are being abused, mate. Left to go out on the street, getting pissed, taking drugs, committing crime, running away, having sex, kids before they're 16. And I'll say to you, government, what are you going to do about failing our children? Because you're failing children all over the place, government. Paedophiles are coming out of prison. And those people, we're getting sick of it, mate. Can we take you to court? All our councils to court? Can we do that? You're putting our children at future risk of harm, putting them back in our community. The same very reason your social workers steal children, future risk of harm. I'll say to you, all you councils up and down the country and you government, you're putting our children at future risk of harm, putting them paedophiles back in our community. And I'll say to any of you state agents and you letting agencies, make sure you do double checks. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to try and get a case going against an estate agent and a letting agency. And I want to see where they're putting these pedophiles, putting them back into my community, putting my kids at future risk of harm. The same very reason they fucking stole my kids. And I'll be taking legal action against any letting agency or estate agent that's doing this. Because if it's good enough to steal my child, it's good enough to take you to court and all you councils. So I suggest you find another alternative remedy for putting paedophiles. The community is sick of it. I thought children's safety is a paramount when it fucking suits you and your social workers. That's what it is, government. I'm thrust passion for change. You don't address what I'm doing, so on I will carry on. I am #SCOUSE Megaphone Man. I'm not here to be silenced. Here, Mr. Megaphone Man. Here's £5,000. Be quiet on social media. Fuck you, Phone Council. I'm your voice. I will not take no money to be quiet on social media until I ask you people, because I'm your voice. I just wish you people would connect and stop being delusional, you know, and get me out there for you, because I'm doing it for you, your children. Let's put a stop to this forced adoption. Let's get cameras on social workers. Let's get social workers in criminal courts. Law breaking, because the Healthcare Professionals Council, they don't give a damn, mate. They don't hold so. It leaves a horrible taste in my mouth, and I'm not going to go away. I'm not going to go away. No, I'm due to go and have talks with government. I know I am. I've got press agency. I've got press releases out there. I've been on TV. I've been on radio. I've been in magazines. I've been in papers. I'm a doer. Don't listen to your knobheads like Gary Wilson. #SCOUSE Megaphone Man's on the social services payroll. What a fucking knobhead, mate. And if people choose to listen to him, you do that. But I know who my work engine is. I know who they are. And by God, when I get up there, I'm going to put you forward. I'm going to have your case looked into. And whether your child's gone for adoption or not, I'm going to make sure your child knows where their fucking land lies, mate. Whether it's been adopted or not, so it does know. Because at the end of the day, I'm here for you, my work engine. And people can't just come along in 2 minutes' time for 2 minutes to go on, I'm part of his work engine. I'll let you know if you're part of my work engine, do you know what I mean? And then people who, they know I know who they are. This is my therapy, and I'm not having no one taking the piss out of it. I'm doing it for you, people. You get me out there, you've got my back, you know, and I'm going to give you your voice. Because you're all gagged. I'm your way out. I'm your megaphone. I am fucking Megaphone Man. #SCOUSE Megaphone Man. I go into a local council to have a meeting with social workers, they shit themselves. They shit themselves. Because they have to get someone from the legal team to go to the meeting. Just saying. I'll turn up a coat and turn the process around like that. Commended by judges. And I'm not just saying this, I am. Professionals love me. People in my council like me. Even though what I'm doing to their council. Because children have a voice. Men going to work to see their kids, paying access. You don't even see them. You don't even see them. My heart goes out to them men. So much. And women, it's unbelievable. Because I know what that child's grieving for. Every child needs a dad. Every child needs his dad, her dad. No, my Misty. My God. She's like super glue. I can't get her away from me. So, not that I try, but if I go in the garden, she'll follow me. And she's so glued to me, it's unbelievable. And I do believe she knew what was going on. I do believe that. Because in the foster parents' home, there was just the mum. There was no father figure around in the foster parents' home when they had Misty. And I do believe that. Children, because they can't speak, they know what's going on. Trust me, you people. Don't be disillusioned that your baby won't remember you. They will. Look into your baby's pupils when you talk to your baby. Look right into their pupil. They will feel you, proper feel you, as you chat to them. They will never forget you even though they can't talk. The bond is too great. Have strength, all you mothers, please. It's a hard time we're all going through, and I share your pain. I share your pain. And these social workers, they've got no hearts. They've got no hearts when they're talking down to you on your sofa. They've got no hearts when they're turning their nose up to your offer of a cup of tea. Oh, no, I'm going to do your cup of tea. They've got no heart when they're taking your child. They will smile at you because the police are there backing them up. They will do this shit. Because what goes on black and white can't lie. Can't speak. Your actions speak louder than your words. They want you to kick off. They want you to make their case. Please, go and get yourself a spy pen. Please. Show no emotion. Try and work with these guys. You know? The best form of attack's defense. I can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. And I'm so sorry if I can't share anybody's posts of anyone's children. I won't do it and I can't do it because I need to keep them on high ground for you. I don't need to be getting dragged to court saying, oh, that baby's in court process, Megaphone man, you post that picture. You're banned from social media. Fucks it up. So I'm so sorry for not sharing your children's posts. And it hurts my heart. I'd love to. Big shout going out to everyone in the States. If you've joined me on YouTube or on Facebook, thanks for all you people that get me in the groups in the States. Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines. Mate, I'm getting about. Africa, Canada. Unbelievable on my YouTube how many countries around the world I've hit. It's about 36. It's like 26 states in America I've touched. I've never been to a place. It's unbelievable the amount of widespread I'm getting, and the government is still choosing to ignore the fact. I'm even being followed on Twitter by Donald Trump's press agency. You go onto my Twitter and look at my followers. Unbelievable. And like I'll say, there's a rare coin in society and there's only one of them and nobody's got it. And on one side of it, you've got Banksy, the street artist. Love your new picture, Banksy. I'll take my hat off to you, my son. The two coppers searching the, what was it, the alien thing?
Skeleton.
Like a skeleton alien. Banksy's done a new portrait of two coppers searching an alien or a skeleton thing. Absolute fantastic, Banksy. And Banksy's on this rare coin. There's only one in society and no one's got it. And on one side of it's Banksy. And on the other side is me, hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone man. And we smack the arse of the establishment in our own right. I do it transparently on social media. Because I can prove the Crown perjured the Crown in terms of local council Thurrock perjured themselves and nicked my kid. They perjured themselves and stole my child. They went back to court to defend their perjury, oath, and told a pack of lies to try and adopt my child. More perjury. Doubling up on perjury. It didn't work and I got my child back. And central government, Theresa May, chooses to ignore it to this very day. She's well aware of it and it dated since 2015 when she was become aware of it. It's all over the national computer. What's not based? And I'll say to you, Theresa May, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do, Theresa May, about forced adoption? Hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone man. In the Misty Bones case. I'm asking for an oral application, Theresa May. However you want to do it is down to you. A serious case review. An inquiry. A public inquiry into forced adoption. Because it's going on. I want to know why government don't want to look into it. I want to know why government choose the petty routes and start messing about with my live feeds. Unbelievable. They used to send bailiffs around the house to clamp my car, but they got sick of that because they never hit one of them. So they stopped sending bailiffs around the house. And then what happened? My car tax got cancelled on my car. And the money got put back in my bank. That's what they did. The police officer, I'll take my hat off to you. Go and sort your tax out, Megaphone man. So I phoned up Swan. Why haven't I got tax? Oh, there must have been a glitch on the system. Bullshit. He tried to get my car taken off me and falling out with the police. So that's why I phone up all the time to see if I'm taxed. That's what they did to me. And since then, getting my car took off me didn't work. They thought by messing around with my live feeds again. But all it shows, the government, is that it shows the people that I'll tell the truth. And you don't like it. Half of my video was blanked out. Hence why I've come on again tonight. I'm not here to talk about statistics tonight, because the government don't like it. But what I will say, government, is 40% of children are leaving the care system failed. What are you going to do with all the kids that are leaving care? Our kids. We talk on future risk of harm. Left them to run rack and ruin. Criminal convictions. Yeah. It's just like a little friend of mine, little Scouse friend of mine. I haven't met him yet, down in Devon. What have you done with him? You stuck him down in Devon and stuck him in a secure unit and just fucked him off down there and left him. That's what you've done with this little Scouse boy. And I'm going to go and see this little Scouse boy soon in a few weeks. And I'm going to find out what's been going on with this Scouse boy. And I'm going to make sure this Scouse boy gets fucking justice. Because it's a joke, mate. It's a joke. You shipped him all the way down to Devon away from his family network. Fucking piss take, mate. Mentally and emotionally abusing this boy. And I'm going to give this boy a shout. Oh, Jay Kennedy, your nephew. I'm going to give it a shout, mate. Because the government won't fucking listen. I'm thrust passion for change. It's all right moving a kid from Liverpool and putting them all the way down in Devon in a secure unit. What's that all about? What's that all about? How many miles is that? Unbelievable. And this kid's mentally and emotionally disturbed now in this secure unit away from his family network, but he's got no one to talk to. How's he being treated? Because we're going to find out. Because we're going to go and see him. Piss take. Leave all our kids in the care system to run rack and ruin, mate. Mental health problems when they come out. Drug problems, alcohol problems, kids before the 16, criminal convictions as long as they're on. What the fuck are you going to do, government, about failing all these kids looked after? Fuck all. But you'll send your social workers through people's doors and nick them for future risk of harm, their children. Double standards, you government. When are you going to wake up and sell the coffee on children's services? Piss take. Any part you want me to touch on social services, get it in there. I'm your voice. Use me to your advantage. I'm a fucking megaphone, man. I'll tell them how it is. Because I'm sending this to government. I'm thrust passion. I swear. I'm frustrated at the same time passionate for change. They damaged me, this government. Just left me in a boarding school. Yeah, abused. All forms of abuse. Didn't address it. No justice. Then you come back 10, 15 years later and call me a terrorist for trying to nick my kid. You're having a fucking laugh. I loved my job as a scaffolder. Absolutely loved it. Loved it. I didn't go to work to clock watch. I went there as a workout. A pound of sweat every day, mate. Day in, day out. 13 winters. And that's what the fucking government do to me after paying all that tax. Go fuck yourself getting a job. Mentally, emotionally disturbed me. Living my childhood. Therapy, mate. Because I'm your voice. Susie Courtney Edwards. I'd adopt you. So Donald Trump, man. So Donald. Come on, Donald Trump. What are you saying about it? Your press agency covers me. Contact me. Invite me to your beautiful country. But Susie Courtney Edwards, why would you like to adopt me? There's scams that go about, innit? We could have a scam here, babes. Who wants to adopt a dolphin? Who wants to adopt a tiger? Who wants to adopt #SCOUSE megaphone, man? £75 in. Kaz, pissing myself laughing. Shares they not letting some of my comments on. And sis, that's what it is. They don't want the comments. I'm telling you, mate. Aliens are all over it. Because they don't want me out there. They can't stop me going on like Facebook Live. Can't stop me. I'm not breaking the law. I can prove the council perjured themselves and nicked my kid. They went back to court and defended their perjury. And I can also prove Theresa May is ignoring it. Liz Truss, who was the Justice Secretary, ignored it. Mr Lidington still chooses to ignore the Justice Secretary now. Why have the police come to speak to me about accusing local government of perjury, stealing my kid? Because it's the truth. I'm just saying. I'm not here to save my baby. I'm not here to prove my innocence. I'm here to legally commit treason on forced adoption. These masks represent 3 children I've saved. 2 of the children are my own children. And this is another child I was meant to bring home, but I decided not to because I thought the process that the council have got is the best process. And I'm going to leave it there at that. Because I'm heartbroken for this child. I'm fucking heartbroken for this child. I've had a phone call tonight. I'm heartbroken for that phone call. I'm heartbroken for that phone call. Unbelievable the damage it does. Adoption. Unbelievable the damage it does. So, they're the 3 kids I've saved as far as I'm concerned. And I'll say it again. I'm your voice. Share this shit. Share it. Because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't give it in the court process. It doesn't matter what you do and what you don't do, you're still in the wrong. I know the process you're going through. I fighted it myself. Twice. Once with my son, I took my son off his mother. And once with my daughter, I got my daughter back off the council. And the council is scared of me. They're scared of me. And they offer me a job to train and induct their social workers because I'm not fucking good. Decline the offer. Wiseman and Lee solicitors and other people. All we are is a job. I don't want a job. I'm in therapy dealing with my childhood. I'm school governor to be. I'm going to do fantastic for this school. You know? And I'm doing it for free. Because I'm in therapy. That's why I take this position on as governor of a school. Because I'm frustrated. Frustration. Government don't want to listen. And the more you get me out there, the more it's going to frustrate the government. Because they don't want me out there. Thanks a lot for that, Susie. Kaz, pissed myself laughing. Thanks for that, Kaz. Please, Kaz, just keep your comments coming in. Try not to swear too much or go too deep, and you might let them come through. Diane Edwards, big shout going out to you, Diane Edwards. Is that who we're meant to go court? Diane Edwards, I'm looking forward to going to court with you. I'll accompany you to court, Diane Edwards. I would love to do that. Me and my missus would love to take you to court. Let us know when it is, and we'll buy you a bit of breakfast and we'll take you to court. Our expense, because we'd love that. Big shout going out to you, Diane Edwards. Where can I get one of these pens? I got one of these pens. Diane Edwards is just, she said a comment saying, where can I get one of these pens? And she's on about one of these, a spy pen. I used it throughout the whole of my case. I've got all of my case on video evidence, a lot, and paper and black and white evidence. I got mine from Lakeside, Mankind at Lakeside. They've got watches, sunglasses, watches. These pens are 45 quid I paid for mine pen. You plug it straight in your computer and it downloads it all for you. I'll show you what you're looking for again. It's a spy pen. It ranges from about 30 quid up to about 45, 50 quid tops. So if you're paying over 45 quid, go somewhere else. But that's the spy pen, Diane Edwards. Top floor at Lakeside, a gadget shop sort of thing. Or Amazon, get them on Amazon, probably the cheapest place. But I won't trust the post where it gets banged and bashed about. Thanks for that, Diane Edwards, for touching on that. Chris Griffin, all the government wants to do is kill people and steal their children for money. Quotation, unquote. I don't know about killing people, but they do want to steal children because there's a target for adoptions. Why is there a target for adoptions? And I'll say to you, government, why is there a target for adoptions? I don't get it. What is it? Money's got to be met? Is it a money that's got to be met? Is that why there's a targeted adoption rate? You know, to keep the services moving, i.e. social services. You know, because there's a reason why children are being stolen. And my mind wanders. I'm not going to go into too much detail on where my mind wanders, because you people are going through it. And I'm your voice and you don't want to hear it. Someone said to me once, if you've got nothing constructive to say, don't say nothing at all. But I'm Megaphone, man, and I'm going to sit on here rapping for you, because the government hate it. And I'm on here tonight, principle, on principle. They took off my life down, so I'm coming back on here again tonight. Big shout going out to everyone on YouTube following me tonight. All you people around the world, share this shit. Forced adoption, hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone, man. Give the children a voice. Let's get these paedophiles out of these jails all around the world. Let's cure children's diseases. Let's put GPS in all our children around the world and raise millions upon millions of pounds for children's mental health. Why are we not doing that? All you leaders around all around the world, why are we not doing it? Too busy bombing to make peace. Too busy bombing to make peace. That's like me fucking for a virginity. Absolutely screw loose. Unbelievable. Teresa McGee, fair play to you, Jack. Thanks a lot for Teresa McGee. That sounds like a new name. Please like and share this with all your friends, please, Teresa, because the government needs to be told. Children need a voice, and they've got one in me. Tag SCOUSE Megaphone, man. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, @1MistyBarnes. You'll see me hammering the establishment. Kaylee Marie Morgan. Hello, Jack. Big shout going out to you, Kaylee. I've mentioned you tonight. My heart's with you and your family and your hard times at the minute. You're going through the mill at the minute, and I'll feel so sorry for you, Kaylee. I'll take my hat off to you. You're one strong woman. But please don't use them voluntary services, girl, for any counselling that you go, any hard times that you're going through. Go through private. Pay £5 up to £20 for your counselling, because otherwise they'll use all that information against you in the future. I had to say that to you, Kaylee, because that's what all these voluntary services are about. As councils, they're building up evidence against you before social services even get involved. So when you go to places like CDAS, Mind, and all this confusion and all the rest of it, all these other names they have for them, what you're doing is building up a case against yourself on paper with the voluntary services, who are the council. So when you go through a 26-week court process with the social services for adoption and long-term foster, they collate all that evidence. They fuck you. So all these men go in services saying, oh yeah, done 2 bottles of scotch, 16 cans of JD, 16 cans of Stella, and 15 pills. You're fucking yourself. You're fucking yourself. And I urge you people to go private. Go private. Fuck the council services. £5 for some private counselling. Up to 25, however much. And that's pure your service. Independent. And to get a written finished article of a successful therapy is a dealt with past. You can go on with your life. Unbelievable, these voluntary services to the council. They think that they lead the community to believe we're putting on such a fantastic service. And all these people put referrals in about your children because of what you say. It's mental how it all goes. It's mental. And the only people that listen to the men are probation, community service just listens to the waffle, and the prison officers. They're the only people that listen to the men in forced adoption, men not seeing their children. Unbelievable. All the time I was going through the process of the Misty Barnes case, the birth, everything, not one professional said to me, as a man, Is this your first baby, Mr. Barnes? How are you feeling? Not fucking once, mate. Where's my feelings? Shut up. You're a man. Scrub up. You're a man. That's what I got. That's what I got. Where's National Man's Day? Unbelievable. You tell me where there's a man's refuge when he can flee with his children. Just thought I'd say, government. The fucking social services are there to divide and conquer families in my community. Oh, he's got a personality disorder. Oh, he's got anger problems. You can't go near him. We're going to put you in a mother and baby unit. We're going to put you in a hostel, and then we're going to squeeze you like you don't believe, and we're going to provoke the father. Oh, she said this and she said that. He's kicking off. Oh, he said this about you, and she's kicking off. They're getting what they fucking want. They're dividing and conquering. Unbelievable. No way. I urge all you families out there, stick to each other like fucking glue. Love your man. Love your woman. Stick to each other. Go to all the meetings together. Get minutes for all the meetings. You know, take it along your spy pen. You won't need to take drafts of that pen, because you'll have your minutes. You can flick back to them to get your minutes for your meetings. Fantastic idea. You know, show these people no emotion. They get off on it. Seeing you crying in meetings, seeing you getting angry, seeing you getting up and storming out. They love it. It's their fucking entertainment to see you do that. I'm your voice, people. Hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone, man. I talk sense and you know it. I've been through your process. To me, my child was turning up at contact, scratches on the face, other such bruises and marks. What you say is the truth. It goes on in contact centres. Why has my child got a bruise? This is all on the brought notes. Overreacting because of this and overreacting. That's their child turning up with marks on them. They want to know what's happening. Where's the accountability for that? But what you will get is contacting social workers and advising others to smack kids, 2-year-old. Social workers bragging on Facebook and any other such media about what a wonderful job they've done and how happy they was to say that they took 5 children from one family, bragging on Facebook. Social workers do this shit. And I'll say to you, government, why are you not on this? Why are you not on this? Social workers telling lies to the children about their parents, dividing them from their parents, mentally and emotionally abusing the children in the care system. And who has to deal with that? The foster parent. Their home's been smashed up because the child's angry. It's been taken away from the bond. Putting it with a stranger. Giving it a chaotic lifestyle, moving it from foster placement to foster placement and sticking him in places like Devon, where you stuck another little Scouse boy and just left him to run rack and ruin. Unbelievable. Hashtag SCOUSE Megaphone, man. I'll say how it is. I'll give them children a voice, because I'm telling you now,